Hey, Bride Besties, it's Rachel with Easy Destination Weddings. We are talking all about how resorts nickel and dime you. That is a misconception, and it's usually brought about by couples who didn't work with the right wedding planner to help them estimate the costs for the destination wedding. So I just did one all about secrets and dreams resorts, and I was trying to keep it under 20 minutes. So now we're going to talk about the site inspection. The site inspection offered at Secrets, Dreams, Zoetree, all the AM resort brands, Sunscape, Breathless, that kind of thing. So I have a guide for Secrets Bahia pulled up. You can get these guides for free, just going directly to the resort's website, and my hair looks amazing. So I'm going to share the screen. We're going to talk about the site inspection. I'm going to try and keep this one a little bit shorter. Okay, let's get started. Okay. Sharing my screen, the pre-wedding visit package. The resorts who specialize in destination weddings have something very similar to this, and I'm going to be going over all the different major resort brands. If anyone tells you Secrets and Dreams nickels and dimes you, again, they didn't have the right planner on their side helping them to estimate the cost of the ceremony and reception, and they didn't understand how it works. So please do not take advice from randos in Facebook groups, because that's where I'm hearing that it's coming from. But the site inspection, I've got actually the video uploading right now, so I can't close out these two tabs. Love at first sight, when you scroll down, this is page 14 of this wedding guide. It's called Love at First Sight. And some of the resorts offer two different options now for Secrets and Dreams. You can do a pre or you can do a planning visit, and it's going to be about the same price. It's a discounted stay. This is 2022. They've all updated their pricing. I haven't scheduled a site inspection yet. I'm working on some right now for some of the AM resort brands. Before 2022, the pricing was $549 for the low season, up to $649 for like the mid to high season. And they have blackout dates like Christmas through, I think, Valentine's Day or March 1st. They will not let you schedule this discounted stay during those times, because that's like when they have premium rates and they have higher occupancy. When you schedule the site inspection, make sure to do it with the travel agent you are working with for your destination wedding. If you do it on your own, then you aren't going to qualify for the really cool perks. So how it works is I would contact your wedding coordinator at the resort that I'm kind of in communication with and ask for availability for the dates that you would like to be able to do it. They would come back and say, yes, we have this weekend available. Submit this form. I fill out the form with your information, your fiance's information, the dates of stay that you're requesting, and some of my information for my business. Submit the form. You do not pay for this up front. You pay for it when you check in for your stay. And that's kind of how it works with all of the different resorts, but you pay for it when you check in. So you have to have a credit card ready or a debit card that's approved, like you've notified your credit card and your banking institution that you will be traveling. You have the amount available to charge that day, because some credit cards or banking institutions have a limit on what you can charge. So make sure you have that all approved, because you could get denied and then you won't be able to check in. When you check in, they typically put you in the preferred club honeymoon suite or similar room category that's available, because they want you to book this wedding. They really, really do. Then you have to spend so much time with the wedding coordinator and the wedding department reviewing the venues. Some of these you can do a sample menu tasting. You can kind of look at the decor. They'll give you a tour of the property and be like, oh, this is, what's that Secrets Bahia? Trying to think of the venues. What is it? Lapa, Palapa? That might be it. Costa Rica. Anyway, they'll be like, here's the terrace venue. Here's the beach. Here's one beach. This holds so many guests. Here's our rooftop venue. If it has an additional fee, they will include the cost for it. And you just kind of walk around with them. And then they will have you sit in their wedding office. It's typically in the main lobby building. Ooh, my tailbone. But they'll have you sit in the wedding office, and then they will answer any questions you have. How much is the DJ? Do you have LED dance floors? Do you have this? Do you have that? What kind of flowers can we do? Who's your floral designer? Because they don't have everything on site. They do work with vendors, just like a venue in the US, to set everything up, and they have their preferred vendors. What's the photographer's portfolio like? What's the videographer's portfolio look like? What's the hair and makeup artist? What do they typically do for their styles that we can choose from? That kind of thing. And they answer all of those questions. Then after you leave, they'll give you up to 30 days to sign the contract. And then if you do it within the 30 days, you do get additional perks, which is typically a $500 credit towards your add-on. So your DJ, upgraded flowers, dance floor, upgraded decor, up to $500 will be applied towards that. You want a wooden aisle runner, that would cover the cost of that. Things like that. You have to do it within 30 days. I have had some couples just sign the contract on the resort. It does require, well, that's gone up, a $500 to $750 deposit, depending on the type of package you select. There is no commitment to the package. However, if you were to downgrade, there may be a fee involved, or if you wanted to upgrade, there may be a fee involved. So be aware of all of that. It just holds your ceremony date and preferred reception location and ceremony venue location and the time. So if they have 4 p.m. available or 5 p.m. available for your ceremony, you need to block that time off. It's all in the form. So that's kind of how the site inspection works. If you miss any of these meetings, so yes, you pay for the site inspection when you check in. If you miss these meetings and you don't follow the process, they will charge you the full rack rate that they have listed on their websites when you check out. So you have to be sure that you actually want to plan a wedding. You can't just schedule site inspections over and over again and blow them off. Okay, so that's kind of how the site inspections work. Let's go for a couple more things in this guide because I didn't get to them in my other video. The wedding registry. Yes, they can set up a wedding registry, and yes, it's really nice. If you plan on only having your honeymoon at this resort, it's a really good option. If you are planning on honeymooning elsewhere, I have some couples that are doing Japan and Greece, things like that, have nothing to do with where they're doing their destination wedding. I would recommend setting up a separate account. So I'm going to link below like a honeymoon fund account that you can sign up for. Okay, then they have the wedding location. So this is kind of what you're going to be touring. Again, if you didn't watch my previous video, go ahead. I'm going to try and link it back, but up here in the corner. But these are additional costs. These types of chairs, these types of tables, these are all additional costs. If you want this type of decor, that's the sweetheart table in the background. And it shows you, look at how many guests you can have, 1,800 guests. That's a huge garden area. Curfew for outside events is 11 p.m. as I mentioned in the other one. If you have at least 80 guests, the rental fee is included. The rental fee is typically around $1,000 to $1,500 in my experience. I don't like that they don't have images for some of them. So rental fee, $25 US per person, and a minimum of 30 people are required for the beach terrace. And look at that typo. That's kind of bothersome to me. There is no fee for the coral deck. But you can kind of just look at things. $45 per person, minimum of 30 people. $45. This is an interesting way that they're doing these because it used to just be here, this place you want to rent it, it's $500. This place you want to do the sky terrace, it's $1,000 or $1,500, whatever. So yeah, I don't like that the AM resorts often don't have the location images. So you do have to schedule a site inspection. It's kind of sneaky. They have a chapel. Okay, the extras, $15 per person extra for the vow renewal package. So if you have just more than the two of you, you're bringing stepkids, kids, whatever, they're all adults, it's $15 per person. The wedding in paradise package that starts with 10 guests, I believe that's a complimentary package, $25 per person. I already mentioned this in the other video. Secrets of Love is $85, $95. The Beyond Memorable price, this is pretty normal, the $85, $95 range. These are a little bit different. They vary from resort to resort by a few dollars. I have seen at other resorts that this is $160 per person, and it's the same brand, just a different resort. So keep that in mind. This isn't like a set thing for every single resort. Again, the medical or the legal fees in Mexico, you have to do the blood test. Here's the different fees. Yeah. So this, you'd have to, if you want a legal fee ceremony, you have to pay for the blood test, the civil registry translation, the stamp, shipping of your certificate, mailing it back to your home address. And if they have to translate any divorce decrees, name changes, or anything like that, widows, death certificates, $40 per page. Now the outside vendor fees. Hair and makeup. There are workarounds for this, but hair and makeup, if you bring your own hair and makeup artist, they're going to charge you $500 at this resort. It varies between property, again, even within the same brands, from $300 to $800 per vendor. It just kind of depends, but there are workarounds. You bring your own DJ, you bring your own photographer. The workaround typically is if you have them stay a minimum of 3 nights, they are counted as a guest and they will waive this fee. Not every resort does that. Not every resort will waive the fee. So keep that in mind, and you need to work with a legitimate destination wedding planner who knows these things. Okay, day passes. Say you have, so Secrets Bahia Mita is pretty isolated, but say you're over on the Cancun side and you're doing something in a resort in the hotel zone, and you have some guests who have timeshare. Let's say you're doing Hyatt, Ziva, Zilara, Cancun. That's tip of the hotel zone. But you have some guests who are timeshare members at, well, let's just say Secrets. They pay for a timeshare membership. They're going to get a better rate staying at their own property. Or maybe you have guests who live in town who are coming to the wedding ceremony. They do have to pay a separate fee to come to the wedding. Anyone can pay $75 for a day pass. And then if they're attending the different, this one's an interesting one. If they're attending the different ceremonies, depending on the type of ceremony, because you're getting into food costs, chairs, the cocktail reception hour, that kind of thing, it does go up. So it's not really a nickel and diming you situation. It's a, hey, this costs us this much money for the labor, the food costs, everything. This just costs us about this much money. All of the resort packages, you're not going to see this at like the Dreams resorts or some other resorts. They're not going to give you all this information for some reason. They're all a little bit different. It's like each resort designs their own package and what they're going to share with you right away. So this one conveniently, Secrets Bahia Mita conveniently has, you want a wooden dance floor with a white cover, $350 for up to 50 guests. They have it for the different sizes. Again, larger dance floor, higher price. And you can do the LEDs, the different types. Ooh, LED video, that's cool. I haven't done one like that. Now, I said in the other video, $180 typical for the sound system ceremony, but you'll notice that this is $200 here. If you want to have it, you're doing like the free wedding, it's going to be $550. And this, here's the different DJs, up to 70 guests. Ooh. And I'm like, ooh, excuse me, up to 120, up to 160. If you want to extend your reception, because these are for 3 hours or no, 4 hours typically, and you do like an all day reception. Say you have your wedding at 10 a.m. and you're just like, I want this all day, $150 an hour for the DJ. And then we're going to get into the menus. So you can kind of see the comparison: cream of lobster soup or a spinach salad, clam chowder soup or a Caesar salad. They have the spinach salad over here, but it's all kind of different stuff. So if you want surf and turf, you're going to want to upgrade to the gold menu if your package only has the silver, and that's going to be an additional cost. And then they have the buffet options. This one's going to be a Mexican buffet. Yep, there's the Caribbean buffet, and they usually do like an Italian buffet. Oh, there's barbecue buffet. So Italian or barbecue buffet. Now let's get into the photography and videography packages. Adventure Photos is their preferred vendor at this resort. 1 hour coverage. That's not a whole lot. Personalized photo app and an HD slideshow. Notice there's no editing involved in this package. You are paying $699 for that 1 hour of coverage. As you go up, if I were going to do it, I would do at least the Emerald Collection, because they cover the rehearsal dinner, getting ready, bride and groom prep, first look, the groom party and arrival of the bride, the complete ceremony, family and guest groups. Like, this is a lot of stuff, and it's $1,500. Again, they it's going to be 600 images. They're going to send you unedited. A Supreme photo book, which I'm interested to learn more about what that is. And you get one canvas print that you'll get to select from one of these images. Then if you want to do a combination videography and photography, here we go. I like the Topaz because they offer a little bit more. Look, it's got photo booth included. That's $3,500. Again, the editing is just going to be whatever style they have. So if the style doesn't match what you want, they can't change it. So be aware of that. And that's why I recommend bringing your own photographer if you can. Now, if you bring your own photographer and you want to do a photo booth, this is the cost of the photo booth rental, roughly. These are pretty general pricing. It might vary a few $100s, just to keep in mind. Drone service, some traveling photographers are not FAA drone certified, so they can't do it. You will have to pay for drone service directly through the resort in most cases. Story after the day, the next day, a lot of my traveling photographers already offer this as part of their services. They're going to share you some pictures and videos to instantly have for Instagram or Facebook, TikTok, whatever. If you need extra photographers, there's pricing for that. If you say pick the $6.99 package, but you want to add on rehearsal dinner coverage or a trash the dress shoot, which they're just going to do it at the resort. The cenote this one doesn't have cenotes nearby, but if there's a cenote trash the dress option, it's around $800 extra. And then you can look at the different types of albums you can order with those different packages that don't include all of that photography. This is basically the pricing. And then the videography, extra DVDs. And then we got the legal requirements. So that is a little bit more about the site inspection and the nickeling and diming that you hear about. It does, like, not everyone's going to want a photo booth. Not everyone's going to need full day coverage for their photography and videography. Some people don't even care about it. So everyone's a little bit different. I'm going to stop the share. So it just depends on what you want. So that's basics for AM resorts, secrets, dreams, sunscape, zoetry, breathless, kind of basic. Give you a rough idea of the pricing. It's not just going to be that package that you see the price, the $33.99, the $37.99, or the $11,999. That is the base price to start, just like a wedding venue in the US. Anyway, you can go ahead if you want to just see me act up. I have a TikTok at easydestinationweddings.com. If you are ready to get started on planning and you're kind of lost, you can download my free guide. All the links will be here. If you want a free planning session, my calendar will also be listed below. And you can just click the subscribe button. It's kind of my hair, you guys. What is this? My hair is being really weird today. Anyway, thanks for watching.